Level 1. Ashigaru, the pawn in the mud. You wake up at 3 a.m. The camp reeks of smoke, sweat, and recent death. You don't grab a katana. You grab a long, rusted spear and a wooden shield that cracks under a solid hit. You march at the very front of the column. You carry sacks of rice for the samurai. You dig trenches until your nails bleed and your back screams. When arrows fall like rain, you run through fire to retrieve what's left for the archers. After the battle, you drag bloated bodies. Bury the ones you can identify. Burn the rest to prevent plague. You serve rice to the real samurai. They eat without looking at you. Spill a grain, you get scolded. Speak without being spoken to, shut up, dog. You earn a few koku a year, barely enough to send home to your starving family. You sleep on wet ground, shoulder to shoulder with other ashigaru. Wounded, hungry, exhausted, but you swallow your pride. You listen to the veteran stories. You watch how they hold the line without trembling. You wait for the battle where your name is noticed. If you run, a comrade kills you before the enemy does. You are not samurai. You are the first line that dies. Level 2, G-Samurai. You held your ground when the line broke. The daimyo saw your name on the list of survivors. Now you have a small piece of land, a simple house in the village. You wake before sunrise, train spear and bow until your arms burn. You manage peasants, collect taxes and rice, slam the table if they're late. You hunt bandits on the roads. You wear light lamellar armor. A short wakizashi rests at your belt. A few ashigaru follow you now. They look at you the way you once looked at samurai. You feel respect for the first time. But the harvested rice isn't all yours. Most goes to the daimyo. Late payment? You lose the land, lose the name. When war comes, you march to the front again. One small mistake becomes seppuku, or exile to a frozen mountain. You climbed higher, but the tightrope swings harder. Level 3, low-ranking samurai. Years of battle left scars, maybe an empty eye socket, an arm that aches when it rains. You proved loyalty 1,000 times. Now you are a full samurai. You train every dawn, sharp kenjutsu, precise kyujutsu, horsemanship until horse and rider are one. You manage a small unit of ashigaru, teach them not to turn their backs in chaos. You oversee 1 or 2 villages, collect rice, settle peasant disputes, judge land conflicts. A decent stipend in koku. Lacquered armor shining in the sun. A katana with an engraved sheath. The clan's tattoo on your shoulder pride and chain at the same time. Respected by those below you, but when a rival attacks, you lead the charge. You lose friends in the mud. Bury them with your own hands. The daimyo demands absolute perfection. A serious mistake? Seppuku, to cleanse the family name. You are a true warrior. Still a pawn on the board. Level 4, Hatamoto Assistant. The front line is over for you. Now you work inside the castle. You trade spear for parchment, ink, and an abacus. You manage logistics for the entire army. Calculate how much rice 10,000 men need. Plan routes that avoid ambushes. Assign guard shifts. Care for the daimyo's horses. 2 assistants run to carry out your orders. A private room. Clean tatami. Hot food every day. But if the campaign fails, blame falls straight on you. The daimyo watches like a hawk. One miscalculation and you lose land, status, maybe your head. You carry 2 seals. One for the clan, one personal. Never mix them. You sleep poorly, wake up sweating. Always recalculating the next move. Level 5, Karo, Assistant, Mid-level Samurai. Now, you command a small province. Reports arrive every dawn. How much rice came in? Who is in debt? Who stole tools? You decide light punishments, whipping or fines. Promote ashigaru who stand out. In war, you coordinate from the hill. Choose where to place the spears. Send reinforcements to the weak flank. Decide who advances first, who dies to buy time. You no longer carry the banner at the front, too valuable to die foolishly. The daimyo watches closely. Shine too brightly, you become a threat. You carry deaths on your back like extra weight. Train less with the sword, plan more with maps. Smoke a pipe slowly at night. Drink strong tea to keep your eyes open. Level 6, Senior Karo, Chief Advisor. You sit beside the daimyo during audiences. You manage the entire machine. Clan lawyers, rice accountants. A samurai arrested? You decide to negotiate or rescue. A scandal leaking? Burn letters. Spread counter rumors. Silence tongues. Ensure nothing stains the clan's name. Personal servants. Deep bows in meetings. Real power behind the scenes. But still, a servant. One grave mistake, and it's seppuku for you. Or the entire clan suffers disgrace. Level 7, Vassal Daimyo, Regional Lord. You enter the room. Everyone bows until their foreheads touch the tatami. You manage the domain. Read cold reports. North owes taxes. South is in revolt. You slam the table. Fix it, or I'll fix it with blood. Control the rice flow. Forge alliances through marriage. Small wars against neighbors. Your main job, be the shield. If a shogun or greater daimyo pressures you, you take the blame. You commit seppuku or accept exile without hesitation. Potential heir, vast lands, power that makes others tremble. But you sleep with paranoia in your chest. Every ally could be a traitor. Level 8, Full Daimyo, Lord of the Domain. You stare at the map of Japan, spread across the floor. Decide expansions, alliances, invasions. A rival attacks? You plan the response. Gather the army. Choose the battlefield. Order allies to march. You no longer fight in the front. You decide who dies. 3 sweating captains wait. You hand them banners. Go. Return victorious. Or don't return. You wait in the tent. Listen to messengers. If a flank collapses, you sacrifice vassals to save the domain. Sleepless nights, cold tea, incense burning low. Brutal, ruthless, victorious. But the weight crushes your rest. Level 9. Shogun or Supreme Daimyo. You are the top. All prostrate themselves. Foreheads to the floor. No one dares lift their eyes. You whisper an order to a karo. Days later, a rival disappears or kneels. You gather other daimyo. Divide provinces like slices of cake. Decide who gains rich lands. Who loses everything. Layers separate you from the fighting. Your hands never touch blood. You live in a massive castle. High walls. Guards everywhere. Peaceful gardens that deceive. The shogun or emperor watches you. You trust no one, not even your heir. You do not walk freely. You do not hunt without 50 men. Prisoner of absolute power. No retirement. No peace. You sit on the throne until your last breath. You chose this, or it chose you.